On YouTube, my name is Railway to Success. Today we're going to be going over the challenges and hurdles of home flipping, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks whether this is your first time to help you avoid the same mistakes I made and other investors made as well. Check it out. Hey, what's going on? My name is Railway to Success. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, home flipping refers to the process of buying a blighted or dilapidated property, renovating it, and then selling it for a profit. Now, this can be a very lucrative venture, but it is full of hurdles and pitfalls and challenges that you may face. And today I'm going to go over some of the things that you may encounter and let you know I've encountered the same things. Everything I'm going to go over today, I did it on my first property. So today I'm just going to help you out so help you avoid some of these mistakes I made. Now, one of the biggest challenges of home flipping is finding the right property. This can be tough as you want to find a property that has good potential for renovation and resale, but also fits within your budget, okay? So you may need to be open to different cities, neighborhoods, and states altogether. Now, also know which kind of property do you want to flip, whether it be single family, small multifamily, or large multifamily. Mobile homes to a certain extent as well. Also, you also may want to think about adding a partner. Now, I know what you're thinking. Partners, they take away profit, potential profit, but also partners, you gain much needed experience, okay? Some of the mistakes I made could have been solved or resolved with having a more experienced partner, you know? So reasons to think about using a partner. Do you have capital but don't have the credit? Do you have credit but no capital? But what if you have credit and capital but lack experience, okay? A partner is an experienced partner is invaluable. That's also something you may want to think about as well. Now, once you find your property, you have to finance the property. And when it comes to financing the property, we're talking about you have to have a solid plan in place to fund the purchase of the property, the renovation of the property, and the holding costs associated with the property. This meaning mortgage payments and property taxes. So you may want to seek out a mortgage company, but typically conventional banks and mortgage companies, they don't tend to loan on properties that need to be extremely renovated. So you may need to think about a home equity line of credit or home equity loan from your primary, a cash out refinance as well. Also, you may need to look into alternative options such as hard money and private lending. Now, hard money consists of a company typically different from a bank. Now, they will give you loan to make the property, purchase the property, and renovate the property. They typically want 20% down, but the loan term is usually 12 to 24 months. Could be shorter, could be longer, depending on your loan company. Also, the interest rate tends to be much larger than normal mortgage as well. So a normal interest rate for a hard money loan is anywhere from 9 to 15% of the property. Also, you may need to check in using private lending. When I say private lending, I'm meaning like family members, friends, associates, anyone who has maybe like retirement, their 401k, anything like that, where they want to put their money into another asset to grow. Maybe their stock market is not growing as fast as they would like. So these are also options to finance the property. Also, home flipping can be a time-consuming process, okay? You'll need to be, especially if you're doing the work yourself or you're overseeing the project yourself. So you need to be prepared to put in long hours on weekends, even holidays sometimes, to get the job done. Now, speaking of time, this is a part of the process that can really slow your project down or even bring it to a halt. Permits and inspections. Now, depending on your scope of work, you may need to obtain a builder's permit. You may also need to obtain a permit for each appliances that you work on or each major system, meaning your plumbing, your HVAC, your electrical, and your gas. So in order to get your initial permits, the local jurisdiction wants to come out and give you an inspected property. Now, this can really slow it down because depending on what they say on your inspection, they could add more cost to your project and even add more time to your project as well. Now, once you've been giving your permits and after inspection, now it's time to renovate the property. Now, this can be tricky, okay, especially when you're dealing with contractors. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can get taken advantage of. That's why I always recommend getting a partner, an experienced partner who knows the process, who knows how to talk to contractors, who know how to deal with contractors, who knows the correct price points so you don't get overcharged by contractors, because contractors will rip you off. To make sure contractors are staying on budget and on time, okay? It's easy dealing with contractors to get delayed and over budget, okay? Now, there's two options. You can either contract out the property, or if you know some construction, you may be able to do some of the things yourself. Now, doing the things yourself may save you some money, but it also adds time, depending if you have a full-time job or if you have family responsibilities. So these are things you have to think about when renovating a property. Now, assuming you made it through the renovation process, now is the time to call the local jurisdiction for the final walkthrough and inspection to get your use and occupancy permit. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to sell the home or rent the home out and allow people to say that this property is safe to live in. Now, depending on the time it took to fund the property, to renovate the property, the market conditions could have changed. So, for example, I had a property where my first renovation, where we started the property, we had a red hot market, okay? And to get to where we are now, the market has slowed down drastically. So depending on the time it takes to sell the property. So market conditions affect you by one. If you have a red hot market, it's easily to sell the property and maybe even sell for over asking price. If you have a slow to no market, meaning there's more supply than demand, your property may sit for a while. So in that case, depending on how long it took, you may still be having to pay holding costs, which means taxes and mortgage. You're still paying the mortgage on the hard money loan if you took hard money. Also, your property just may sit for longer. And if you have a hot market, meaning there's more demand than supply, your house may sell very quickly. So you may say, I know, for example, you may list the property on Saturday, you may have an offer to buy on Tuesday and be under contract by Wednesday or Thursday. So market conditions can change dramatically depending on how long you take to fund the property and renovate the property as well. And the final thing that affects a property is your personal skills. You know, can you budget correctly? Can you lead a project, a home renovation project? Can you do the work yourself? Again, can you save yourself some money, or do you have to contract everything out? Are you a contractor? Can you subcontract the work out? Meaning you be the general contractor and you subcontract the work out to an electrician, a plumber. You just oversee the project. So these are some of the things that you can do to save you some money and save you some time. But if you're new to this, please partner with someone more experienced to get you in the game so you can avoid some of the mistakes I made and other first-time investors have made as well. So as you can see, home flipping is not easy. It's not as easy as HGTV make it out to be, okay? So, but it can be rewarding if you're willing to put in the effort to learn and grow your skills in the game. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe for more tips on home flipping and real estate, and also any other business things you may want to know. So check me out. Thanks.